Also, Fan TV, good to get 3 points at least.
Yeah, it was a very disjointed performance, Robbie, settled by a Danny Welbeck goal in the second half, which was our first attempt on target. And let's face it, we've now played here West Brom, Crystal Palace, and today Norwich, and scored 4 goals in 3 games. And I think the problem is Arsene Wenger talked at his press conference yesterday about playing in the climate of the Emirates. I think the problem is that Arsene Wenger should recognise that the system he's using is not working. The system he's employing, 4-3-3, does not work against teams that come here and sit with 4-4-2. Basically restrict us in midfield. I think the reality is he's got to start thinking about changing his formation. He's not getting the best out of Mesut Ozil. The build-up play, he talked about on the screen before the game about starting fast with intensity. That started very slow. We had no shot on target in the first half, and we kept moving it sideways and sideways, struggling to find space. We are not getting the best out of Mesut Ozil, and that's because at the moment the system Arsene Wenger plays 4-3-3. Teams come here and sit with 4-4-2. They deny us space. The ball keeps going sideways. What I would say to Arsene Wenger is, instead of criticising the fans, I think you need to look at your own tactical ability and maybe sort of like change formations. How about going 4-4-2? How about going 3-5-2? Because at the end of the day, teams that are playing 4-4-2, Ozil we're not getting the best out of Mesut Ozil, Robbie, and that's a problem at the moment. I think the other big miss this season for me is, I think is really Santi Cazorla. I don't think you can underestimate what Santi's missing has meant to the team this season. I looked at some stats this week, and in 2015, Santi has played 47 matches for Arsenal. Our win rate with Santi in the side is nearly 75%. Now, when he doesn't play, and that's 27 games since he got injured against these opponents today, Norwich in November, which I think was a key part of our season, our win rate drops to 48%. Now, when he was playing up to November, he completed 200 more passes than any other Arsenal player, and he plays in a deep line midfield role. And his pass completion success rate is 91%, which is absolutely staggering. He created 38 chances for 25 from open play, and I think the other thing that you need to maybe factor into the equation is that he was great at feeding the ball through the lines to Mesut Ozil. Mesut Ozil's assists have dried up since Santi's been out the team, but the problem is, I think, is the actual formation Wenger plays, and that needs to change. Next season he needs to think about changing his formation. I think you can divide Arsene Wenger's tenure into 3. The first 10 years absolutely outstanding, winning trophies, and then the second period we were handcuffed by the move to the Emirates Stadium. I think that we all knew that was going to be the case, but the reality is the last 3 years under Arsene Wenger, money has been available to spend, Robbie, and we're going backwards. 79 points 3 years ago, 75 2 years ago, and we're going to go down to 73 points this year. I think you asked what's got to change next year, and I think Wenger's got to start being more flexible with his strategy when these teams come and park the bus. We've scored 27 goals at the Emirates this season, 18 games. That's not good enough.
The season that Ozil was brought in, there was immense pressure. On that last day, it could have been Di Maria. People forget that. It wasn't because he just went out there and said, right, it's about time to get a playmaker. It's because there was immense pressure. There was immense pressure. Even the season when he got Sanchez, fans were sitting like this, waiting. What's happening?